You can't give what you don't have. When you are talking about integrity, you are really talking about the real person, who that person is.
When you talk of integrity, you talk of honesty. To be honest. And to be honest means to be trustworthy, to be truthful. And politics is science and art of government.
Politics is about the people.
Yes.
And if you talk about it in a deeper sense, it has to do with how people take decisions on how to lead themselves.
Good day, viewers. We welcome you to another interesting episode of Christians in Politics, coming to you from Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN. It's good to know that you are there, and today promised to be an interesting one. You know, in the last episode we ran on this station, one or two persons told me that I think we were too critical of the government and the party in power. And to balance up the equation today, we have decided to reach out again, as we have done before, to somebody who is presently in government, who is an APC man. And we thank God he's here with us in the studio. So we have the privilege to have our brother, the Honorable Lawrence Onochukwu, the Honorable Vice Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, is here with us today.
Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as usual, we have a friend and our colleague who is a priest in Abuja, so a public affairs commentator, the person of the Reverend Canon Benjamin Agbejume is here with us today.
Thank you, viewers.
Thank you for coming. Today is not really a good day. You see us appearing in a very different form today, coming to the studio with cassock. It's just because we are coming in from the protest that is ongoing nationwide today. The church is protesting the killings that have been going on in this nation unabated. Really wanton killings here and there. We hear of 50 killed, 40 killed, and it's becoming almost a normal thing now that you must hear about particular killing or the other. And specifically today, the priest, the two Roman Catholic priests that were gruesomely murdered in the altar in Benue with other worshippers are being buried right now in Benue State. And the Catholic, worldwide, and in particular in Nigeria, holding masses and protests all over, and they have full solidarity of all Christian denominations all over the world. And that is where we went to in the morning. The program is still ongoing now in FCT, but we decided to pull out to come to the studio. It's not really a good day, but so fortunate we found ourselves where we are. It's unprecedented in the history of Nigeria. We never thought we'd get to a point where priests in cassock will now leave the altar and come to the street to be protesting. But somebody said to us while we were coming that since the herdsmen and the killers have gone to the altar, the priests have to come to the street. That is where we are today. And it's very, very unfortunate. Now, we are going to be looking at budget analysis and APC government general performance thus far. And that will mean we are going to look at 2017 budget, see how this present government have been able to make use of it to make life better for Nigerians. And thereafter, we will also look at the present budget that have just been passed by the National Assembly and is awaiting presidential assent. Let me start with my Honorable Vice Chairman. Or before that, to set the tune, I think we need to just watch a video clip so that from there we take off. After the video clip, I will come to you. Let's first of all see what is in that video clip coming from the Senate.
In the State House budget, it says here, 123 million to buy catering equipment and materials. I don't know. Did they throw away the one they did last year? They spent 94 million last year to buy catering equipment. They're coming back again to buy another catering equipment. What are they doing in that State House that they're always buying catering equipment? I don't know. Something in the State House budget is even very, very funny. They have welfare for 209 million, honorarium and sitting allowance for 556 million. And we want to ask, if you're going to spend 765 million for honorarium and welfare, is that a university where they're paying people to come and sit there? I thought that is a State House. I don't understand this type of provision that is in there. So we must also ask ourselves, for those in that State House who were claiming that we in this National Assembly were buying vehicles, there's a provision for almost, how many? 5 BMW cars. And they say we don't need vehicle, but they're buying for themselves. What are they doing with it? Of course, 5 Toyota Land Cruisers. That same place. And we're going around and asking. They're also buying computers and equipment. And we want to ask, every year, this our budget will come with computers. Now we have more than 200 million for computers. All computers, what are they doing with the computers? The one they bought last year, did they throw them away? And so that's why I said that the more things change, the more they look the same. And we want to know who is leading who here. And that's why I'm asking, Mr. Leader, I have seen your every good thing that you have written here. And you have to come back to come and tell Nigerians, this thing that you have written here, that this budget is designed to stimulate. How are you going to stimulate by driving away private sector? You want to borrow 30% of this budget. Who will lend this money to you? And if there's no borrowing, that means that no, this budget will not also be implemented. And so we now come down to the fact of implementation. Of course, if you're unable to get any money, how are you going to implement? And then we're going to end up again coming back next year saying the same thing. And so, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I've said again, and let me reiterate, I have seen nothing new in this budget. I have seen exactly the same thing that was happening last year. Thank you, Mr. President.
That was Honorable Senator Abaribe speaking at the floor of the National Assembly. Now, my dear Honorable, you are an APC man. What has changed?
Let me first of all thank Xavier, great Nigerians, and also use the opportunity to condolence with Christian family, especially the Catholics where I belong to, for the wanton murder of this innocent priest who we are buried today. I think, like you say, today is not a very good day for Nigerians. But this is the situation we have found ourselves. And we pray, we continue to pray that God will see us out of this situation. And I will use the opportunity to say, may the souls of this, our innocent Reverend Father, and the soul of faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
I consult with the Catholic Church. Like I said, I'm one of them. Today is not a very good day. So I think coming to the issue at point, I saw the distinguished senators shouting on top of his voice. But I will say it clearly here. Football, what do you call, governance is like a football pitch. When you are watching, when you are fan, it will be easy for you to say you are playing it wrong. You're supposed to do it this way. you're supposed to do it that way. But when you are in, the reality on ground will put you together. Why am I saying this? Before now, I was critical of government. But there I'm in government. The reality of governance has put me together. So what I'm saying in essence is that it is very easy and simple to criticize government when you are seeing it from a side point of view. But when you are in, the reality will put you together.
Now, if I may just quickly come in there.
Yeah.
What is the reality we are talking about here? We are looking at a budget and trying to analyze what has happened. What the senator was saying is that most of the things budgeted for last year are rebudgeted for. You buy computer, does computer have 1 year lifespan? And for whether it was PDP or APC, we see the same thing going on. You budget for computer this year, you budget for computer next year, you budget for computer the year that we follow. Everything is flowing the same way. And he was particularly zeroing on the State House, which is the seat of power.
Yes.
And that is where we expect the change.
Yes.
That APC rode on.
Yes.
Would be marshaled out so that every other person, the state governors and a local government chairman will follow. If what the distinguished senator was saying is the truth, then what has changed? That is why I started with the question, what has changed?
What has a lot of things shall change. You will agree with me that this government came with 3-point agenda.
Yes.
To fight corruption, which they are fighting, to secure the country, and also to grow the economy. That is the 3-point agenda, yes, which this government came on board. And I can tell you, without missing word, that the change is actually coming. But I want to say it here clearly. If there was no damage, there won't be need for repair. There was a lot of things that has gone wrong in the past administration. And that is what the government is doing. That's what government is changing. So just to answer your question straight away, whether we like it or not, the change is here as has come to stay. Is
it the computer that were damaged by the last administration that they are still changing? They budgeted for the computer first year,
yeah,
and they bought. Last year they budgeted. And from what he is saying and from our experience as a country, they will continue to make such budget. Now, even in the State House, you discover that the same way they have been budgeting before, during the past, when the past government was in power, is the same pattern. And a distinguished senator is saying it to all senators, and all of them are watching. No one is rising to counter that. The things have not changed. That is what I'm saying. What has really changed?
No, I don't have the budget here, so I wouldn't. Yes. I will speak less about it. Yeah. I don't have the budget as we speak. But I've also not seen the budget, the documents it has there. But I also say that sometimes the difference between budgeting and implementation. They are two different things. Yeah. You may budget to change this telephone. At the end of the day, this telephone wasn't changed. So I can't really say much about it because I don't have the documents.
We know that problem has been on for years.
Certainly.
And we expected that the present government should change things because they came in to say they want to change things.
That's why I said I don't have the documents of the budget. I don't also have the previous government budget.
And let me come to you, the Reverend Canon Benjamin. Looking at 2017 budget, what have you to say?
Before I lend my voice to what I see as non-performance and the failure of the present government, want to quickly commiserate with the Catholic family, more especially the families of the two Reverend Fathers murdered in cold blood right inside the altar. I want to make this point very, very clear, that when righteous people fail to speak, the evil people will continue to have their way. So it is time for the Christians nationwide, all over, to rise and speak to the conscience of this present government that has completely failed Nigerians. And God will console and comfort the entire Christian families in Nigeria in Jesus' name. Coming to the budget, when one looks critically at the budget, right from 2015, to me, I'm very, very disappointed because the issues raised by Senator Inaya Baribe is a clear example that it's a clear how will I put it now, that this government has nothing to offer Nigerians. Why am I saying this? In that Senate, majority of the senators are APC.
Are you a politician?
I'm not a politician.
Do you belong to any political party?
I don't belong to any. I'm a Nigerian, and whatever happens in Nigeria affects me and affects my family. So I can speak my own mind concerning what is happening, because this is a government that came with a lot of promises that things will change. The way we do things must change. And they came into power promising Nigerians that, yes, they want to change everything. The first thing they did was to increase pump price of petroleum motor spirit from 86 naira to 144 naira. So there is a lot of money. Tax was increased. Import duty was increased. TSA, they made a lot of money. You have money they said they recovered from looters.
No, that is a matter for another day, because we will look for that.
No, but they said they recovered money. So all this supposed to impact on the budget. And just for 3 years, it's on record that this government has borrowed close to 10 trillion naira. So it means that there is a lot of money. And with what has happened and with what we are seeing, if there is no change in the process of budgeting, I don't think there will be change in the process of implementation. Like my right honorable said, that budgeting is one thing, implementation is a different thing. Now you look at what was the implementation of 2016 budget. Are there roads? Look at the health sector. Even in the state house clinic.
Hold it there. Emmanuel from Kano is calling in, so we want to listen to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you can speak up.
I want to contribute.
Go ahead.
I want to say that what we have observed in this country is that anybody that wants to defend APC will make a lot of mistakes.
Any person that wants to
I want to say that the gentleman at the middle, and he started by speaking as a child of God that is ready to go to heaven. But if he is trying to defend APC, when you see black, instead of saying that this black is black, you want to turn, you want to bring your wisdom. I have a question. So what I'm going to say is, agreeing with what the pastor beside him was saying, we expected a lot of things from this administration. And when you look at the way things are going now, is to tell Nigerians that they have nothing to offer. Abaribe is saying, the previous administrations, they keep on repeating, okay, for example, what they pointed at, buying computer. As the presenter says, computer is not something that you buy every year. Now, we have computer last year, and we have administration that is here to fight corruption. what Nigerians expect, you know, is to remove all these things, because that is why we say the previous administrations are bad. So now we have good administration that is fighting corruption. And the same way, the same pattern, they are going. So my brother, you are a child of God, you want to go to heaven. Please don't defend APC. Don't defend APC. Say the truth. This thing,
no, don't worry. I trust that the honorable vice chairman here is a good Christian, so he's going to speak the truth.
You are doing the same thing, and we are here to defend them.
Yeah.
So what I have to say is that we should try as much as possible. We that are Christians, everybody should go and get his PVC. Then let us decide. The truth is that APC have nothing to offer. Yes.
Thank you. You had our brother Emmanuel speaking, and he said you have an uphill task in your hand, because any person coming out today to defend APC is not going to have it easy. Now I will come to you.
Yes, like what I was saying before, nothing has really changed, because the government, the present government, is not impacting positively on Nigerians. Whether they budget 10 trillion, whether they budget 100 trillion, what matters is food on the tables of Nigerians. And Nigerians really enjoying what is coming from this government, because a government that says that it will do things in a manner that Nigerians will feel the impact. The first budget was 6-point-something trillion. Second budget, 7-point-something trillion. Third budget, first budget 6-point-something. The second budget 8-point-something. This one now is 9.1 trillion. There are no roads. Our hospitals have become a slaughter ground. You see that it is painful that our government cannot patronize what we have, because we are saying that yes, we should patronize homemade. When we cannot patronize our hospitals, our politicians, those in power, cannot patronize our university by sending their children to these universities, you will see ministers and so on spending dollars instead of spending Nigerian naira. Then it's a failure. Nothing, even things are getting worse than getting better. So we cannot even say that the former government was even better than this present government.
Do you accept that?
Thank you very much, viewers and Nigerians. Actually, I didn't want us to look at this thing with some level of sentiment and emotions. Let's be practical here.
Yes.
I want to put a question to man of God here.
Yeah.
And the question is simple. Consider where we are coming from and where we are. Haven't we made progress?
No.
We have not made progress.
No progress. No, we've retrogressed even far.
Hold on. I saw a video. It was very funny over the weekend. Somebody was running a relay, and they were saying, PDP, try, don't let the baton fall down. He was running. Then it got to a point. Then they said, you want to hand over to APC to continue. Then the man turned back and was running to the opposite. They were shouting, hey, stop it, running too fast. The APC is taking us back to... So, now, where are we? Where are we?
No, the question he asked me, let me answer the question.
No, hold on, sir. I just put a question to you,
yes.
And you said, no, we are not making progress.
Yes.
If you ask me, in my humble opinion,
have we made any progress?
We have made a tremendous progress.
Can you tell Nigerians someone?
Let me tell you something. Anywhere in the world, what kills or destroys country is corruption.
Yes.
Whether anybody like it or you don't like it.
Yes.
And that is what this government had to do. That's why I asked the question, are we making progress? Consider where we are coming from.
Hold on, we'll continue from that point. Of course, Sunday is calling from Benue.
I just want to support what the venerable what the venerable is saying there.
That is the Reverend Canon Benjamin.
Yes, the Reverend Canon. The truth about the matter is that this government has not made any change. The change is just a language they use to manipulate the power, manipulate the mind of people to enter into power, and only for them to change to their own agenda. So they're just saying change. They're just saying change, but that change, Nigerians really understand what the change means. It is now that we are understanding where they are changing to. Today in Benin State, there is public order everywhere is shut down. It's at home because we are having mass area. And as I'm talking to you on daily basis, the killing has continued. So so the security that they talk about, where is the security? The economy they are talking about, our dollar has moved from 190 to 360. So just tell me, what is the change? Something that you are buying 300 naira before, you are buying it now 800. So what is the change? So I wonder where people are still saying this government is doing something. Is it the fighting of corruption? So which corruption are they fighting? The people surrounding the president is corrupt. Okay, the president himself, he's the one managing the Minister of Petroleum himself. Now, Nigeria is importing fuel, NMPC is importing fuel, paying subsidy to himself. So this is it. So they just, in fact, and I remember that this is what they were saying before, and some people, some of us, some of our clergy, some of our ministers were the people that campaign for this same thing.
Thank you, Mr. Sunday. Thank you for calling in. We want the Honorable to respond to some of the issues you just raised.
Yeah, thank you very much once more. Like I was saying, anywhere in the world, the biggest challenge
is corruption.
And that is what this government is out to fight. You will agree with me before now, people were stealing money in the name of stealing. Wickedly accumulation of wealth. Today is a different ballgame. Whether we like it or not, corruption remains the problem of this country.
Has APC government stopped
if we get
it?
Of course, we are getting there. Like I said, we are not there yet, but we are making progress.
But many people, many people supported this idea of fighting corruption. See, the masses voted for APC, but many people from the beginning have been saying that the war against corruption is selective, is vindictive, and is not being done with honesty.
It doesn't really matter. Hold on, sir. What is important is that you are corrupt and you face the law. Me and you, we are here today. God has given us one responsibility or the other. It is important for us to have at the back of our mind that one day we'll give account of our stewardship before the Creator of heaven and earth. This is a practice that has been on for the last 16 years. For God's sake, why should Nigerians expect automatic change within 2.5 years? It is practically impossible.
No, but what Nigerians are seeing, what we are seeing, because we are all Nigerians.
Yes.
For instance, in my area, there's another day. They say it's when you are washing hands, you know the person that is going to rush pounded yam.
Yes.
Now, when the APC government was inaugurated,
that adage is different from governance. It's far different from governance.
Wait, now let me.
It doesn't work that way, man of God.
Let me make a point.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me make a point from that adage. When they were clearing people who were going to be ministers, who were going to be in the cabinet of Mr. President, who is championing the war against corruption, we saw many things swept under the carpet. For instance, I'm chaplain to the National Assembly. I was privileged to be in the National Assembly a day to the day some of the present ministers were cleared.
Yes.
And I saw documents indicting them spread to all senators.
The ministers.
Some of the ministers, not all, some of the ministers. I don't want to mention them here. And when they got to the hall, these people didn't allow this issue to be looked at. Some of the senators said, please, just allow this person. We are not saying he will not be made a minister. Let him clear himself. There's a document indicting him, and we all have it before us. They say, no. All the APC senators there who tell that very particular say, no. Before they say bow and go. Is that how we fight corruption?
No, I wouldn't comment on that issue because I'm not aware of the documents you are talking about. So I wouldn't comment about it much. But the point I'm trying to make here, this destruction was done in 16 years. Before God and before man. Is it possible for us to get it correct within 3 years? If you ask me, the answer is no.
No, I agree with you
Yes.
that it is easier to destroy than to rebuild.
Yeah.
I quite agree with you.
Thank you.
But what we are saying is, Nigerians are saying is that for what they are seeing in the process of rebuilding, things are not right.
Yes.
Now, they are saying if you want your corruption in the past to be overlooked, simply join the APC. Fall into APC, join APC, carry their card, then you are at peace. If you are on the other camp, you wait for the long arm of the law to hold you. And that is what we have, majority have been seeing.
That is not just correct. That is not correct.
Okay.
I disagree with you.
Now,
can I say something here?
Yeah, quickly.
Because
we are going on break now.
People say that if you are a king and your son went out and stole somebody's property, instead of rebuking and scolding that child, you decide to put that child behind you and say, no, don't touch my child, because I am the king. The day the child of the common man will steal and you will pass judgment on that person, that is the day people will lose confidence in your leadership. Now, looking at, because the Right Honorable said that this government has tried a lot by fighting corruption. And if you say, yes, this government has tried a lot by fighting corruption, I ask this question. What and what has this government done that previous government did not do? Now, if you look at the situation at hand, you discover that even those who are corrupt are more in government now.
We have Reverend Israel from Asaba. Can you speak with us, Reverend Israel?
The government did not actually tell Nigerians what was in their mind before they came in. They said they have come to change things, but I think they have come to change the people. So I am soliciting that the Nigerians should look to God to relieve Nigeria from the hand of APC. And as many that vote that government should go for God for confession of their sins. Because the probing is on one side. All the APC members, what of the past governors in the last administration, there's no longer problem. They probe only the people that are in PDP. And the present government will see a lot of corruption going on. The other day they recovered some millions in Lagos, and they attached some people's politics of APC, politicians from APC, attached to the finger them, and nothing is being done about it. So I think that in the next election, I suggest that Nigeria should not agree for the person that is INEC chairman. They should vote out, the INEC chairman should be by voting, not by appointment. Because if you appoint somebody, it must be favored. So I call on APC and other parties that they should come together. I elect the INEC chairman that will not favor anybody. Actually, everybody is bored with this APC government. So I pray that Nigeria will be liberated by the power of God. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Israel. I think I as an election observer, I can tell you that over the years, INEC has improved in their structure, in their performance, and I still have high hope that Mahmoud Yakubu is going to give us a very good election. And we stop here, we have a break, then we continue later.
We have to say, okay, we are going to borrow to make last year. What of this year? You don't care about the masses. Not only that, have they accounted properly for the last year budget? There should be proper justification to increase the distance. Also, I see no justification for requesting or going extra above what was initially approved.
I'm not okay. You understand? Because it's not going to change anything. You understand? It's still the same people.
So the president should be able to scrutinize the extra distance before assigning appending signature.
But to me, I wish it would be a budget that serves the purpose of the poor.
Something sinister on the ground, even though they have the right to do so. They have the right to change, they have the right to amend, increase and decrease is their duty. But then they should look at the reality on ground. The suspicion by many Nigerians is that we are getting back to the era of budget padding. They inserted so many amount of money for contract, for project to be executed for them, so as to get money for 2019 election. Nigeria have the resources to implement the budget, no problem. But now you look at it, executives that are responsible for borrowing, they have done their homework, they have done their plan, they have designed their programs on where to get the money. Now the whole thing has been turned around and they have to start all over again. So I feel it was a wrong decision taken by the National Assembly.
Please, before you get there, there's a 5 plan you make for Nigeria. 5 promise. APC, I'm APC. I'm APC complete. All the 5 promise that we make for the Nigerian citizens, tell me one of them that you have fulfilled. You see what Buhari is doing today? Buhari is not the person that started all this looting in this country. Buhari is not the first president we have. I will not say more than what will make me to be annoyance, you know. When you come to this where they are selling vendor, you will meet youth more than 50 every day. You mean if I have a good work to do, I will be here?
No.
Am I asking me? No, in the whole world, there is no any country that they are well hard working like this Nigeria. If you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you will meet Nigerians in bus stop. Till 1 o'clock in the midnight, you meet Nigerians in the bus stop. Are they all, is it all of us that are going to rob off or Yahoo? No. But all the work we are doing, working from morning to midnight, what is the achievement? There is no work, there is no business you can do in this country that will not involve road, that will not involve lights, that will not involve even other things that you people know. But the person that is satisfied, when we say, you can see some of them in the House of Assembly, they can't turn their neck. Yes. To turn their neck in a problem. Person where he eat, where they say the food where in dog they eat self, 10 person no see and eat a month. You can't go to him and tell him that you are hungry. They will not listen to you. Today they will catch you. This one hit million. This one carry 30 million. This one carry 30 billion. All the people that have been looting this money in this country, at the other day, what do you do to them?
Leave them.
How many people we see in television? You people handcuff and jail him. But let anybody steal bread here today now. Before you know that we send him to Kirikiri to go and spend 10, 15 years there.
Because of bread.
Yes, it's Nigeria. You will loot 800 million. They go stay on your case for 10 years.
And they want you to return
for 10 years. Then you go loot 1 billion. Then go stay for your case for Nigeria 10 years. But those that went to thief 20,000, 30,000 under 2 days will be executed to life in prison. But let them remember, themselves have their own children. A God of repercussion, a God of return. He said, I will visit from the generation to generation. If these APC are there to doing it good, it's left to them. If they are doing there to be suffering masses, God is watching everybody. There is nobody God created that he cannot catch. Leave all those looters alone. Face the major thing that is worrying Nigeria. They loot the money today. They loot the money. All the one you recover from Abuja, where is it? The trillion Buhari is shouting. Where is it? Looter. After at the end of the day, now you go see a campaign go start now.
Let me tell you, that is the worst party we ever have
in this country,
in the world.
The worst party is APC. I'm APC, but I regret to be APC.
They say Jonathan is bad, but can you compare the period of Jonathan and now? How much did they buy bag of Gary then? And how much did they buy bag of rice? And how much do we buy now? Answer the question. Look at all the cow now. Look at how fat all the cow are. But we are all, look at us patrolling the whole streets. And you say you are fighting corruption. Your house is dirty. You did not sweep your house. You are sweeping outside. You do not madness. He doesn't love this country. Look at the killing. Since 1999 till Jonathan regime, the people that have died for almost these 2 years of Buhari are more than people that died since 1999 till Jonathan period. You see, the government has entered in the hands of the evil people of this country. Yes. If they catch me now, kill me, they won't kill me again, Abi. No, for sure. It's only once. It's only once. One life. So the country, we are not happy. We are only waiting then. Shebi then say even if I one person vote for them, they will know how to manipulate it. Maybe they will kill everybody. I want to ask one question. Since you were born, even when you were small, we know hencemen are people who carry stick. Yes. Stick. Is it not stick? Hencemen, but who give them all the rifles?
Viewers, we welcome you back, and I still have with me the Honorable Lawrence Onochukwu, the Honorable Vice Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, with us in the studio. He's an APC man, and he's doing his best to speak for APC. And we have the Benjamin Agbejume, Honorable Canon, and he's speaking for the masses, if I may put it that way, because what your whole position seems to align with what we watch on the street, and the opinions we see there seems to be directly against the government and APC, saying they are not doing well, but they are entitled to their own opinion. Certainly. And as well as every one of us, we are entitled to our own opinion. Any opinion be expressed is not really the opinion of the studio. It is the opinion of individuals, and the objective is let every person express himself. Whoever says he's angry, let him express his anger, so that the people in charge can know what to do to make the country better. And particularly as 2019 is drawing nearer, we want people to be able to know what to decide. Now, my Honorable, you watch what is going on, the reaction of people on the street. They say nothing has changed.
Yeah, what I would say in that regard is simple. Whether anybody like it or not, there is nothing good that comes easy. I feel the pains of our people, because I'm in government. For me, these are people that brought us into power, and we will not look at them dying. But the truth remains that we must get it right. We will not continue to dwell in the part of the old. Are you
people getting it right?
I think we are. If you ask me, like I say, we are getting it right. Like I told you earlier, man of God, one of the major, I continue to hinder on this corruption because I've quietly traveled and I saw the way things are being run in other part of the world. One of our biggest challenges in this country is corruption. We must tell ourselves the bitter truth. And because things are not the way they used to be, people are actually finding it difficult to survive. But it is important for us to feel the pain now. I'm telling you, go and mark my word. If Buhari live up peace in 2023, Nigerians will say, Buhari is the best man that have ruled this country.
You believe with this clamor on the street, Buhari will survive 2019? 2019 election.
Certainly Buhari will win 2019.
Because I had to say if he leaves office
2019 election, come May 29, our president will be sworn for second tenure, and he will continue to do the good work.
True legitimate
One thing is
vote,
clear.
True legitimate vote or true rigging.
We in the APC, we don't discuss rigging. It's not part of us.
You do it, you don't discuss it.
We don't do it at all.
Okay.
We don't discuss. It's not part of us. Those are the things we inherit from PDP, which we are trying to say goodbye to this old things.
Now, this is where people are saying things have not changed. Now, the recently concluded APC congresses, either at the world level or local government level or state level, has really put Nigerians off again. We saw free fighting in conference centers, people using lead to kick up. Then you begin to wonder what crop of people are really members of APC. And one told me, said, we were watching the television, said, can you see? Can you see the blind lady, the blind? That's why Nigeria is falling into the pit. So it was as bad as that. And you know now that almost close to 20-something states in Nigeria did parallel congresses coming out with
12.
Parallel. Okay, 12. Okay, you will be, I think your information will be more correct. 12, they having parallel executive. Then you are telling me things have changed?
Can you tell me one party that have no crisis?
But as
where human beings, listen to me, sir, where human beings are gathered together, coming from different backgrounds.
Yes.
Tell me one party that has no problem before or now. One. Just one. Including the PDP I'm measuring. Including the so-called ADC. Just one party that are together.
Now, from my, I'm a political watcher. As the Director for Civic and Political Affairs for the Church of Nigeria, I watch whatever is going on, and I'm privileged to be in the National Assembly. I interact directly with all the senators, all the rep members across party lines. Now, I can tell you that PDP's crisis was not as bad as APC's own is now, and it is that division. It is that division that took power away from their hands. Now, a few months to election year, APC is witnessing what is witnessing. And look at the new PDP, those ones are agitating. They leave new PDP out. You see the people were fighting at the rally, confusion everywhere, and you are still confident that APC will come on board?
During the reign of PDP, me and you will hear where they have their Congress. 3, 4, 10, 15 killed in a Congress ground.
No, what happened was that the Congress ground will be attacked.
Are you a spokesman of PDP?
No, I'm not. No, I want to correct an impression. I'm not speaking for PDP. I'm not a PDP, and I will never be a PDP member. Neither will I join the APC. Now, I'm a priest.
You will not join APC?
No. I will not join the APC, neither will I join PDP.
You will only be by the side and criticize the government?
No, I have my voter's card.
Okay.
There was, the last time I brought it to the studio to show to Nigeria, I have my voter's card. Because governance is not about the party. It's about with distribution of the wealth of the nation.
Certainly.
So Nigerians will decide which party they want.
And we are saying
the
at the APC, we are saying the APC, that the distribution of wealth, that few individuals are acquiring this wealth for themselves. That the government of Muhammadu Buhari said no to it, and people are shouting.
The point I was trying to make was that what was happening in the past, there will be attack in the rally. PDP will be accusing APC that they sent in talk to attack them. Then APC will be accusing PDP that they sent talk either to attack them. But what we are seeing now...
remove APC. Just remove... APC just came up in 2014. Can we just remove APC? Before 2014, was PDP doing their Congress and their convention normal?
There were opposition parties that they were accusing sometimes.
So why do we keep hammering on APC?
No, APC, see, do you know the problem we have here? APC came on board to clear the mess on ground. We all agree that PDP made a lot of mistakes.
Let me tell you, man of
we all agree that the corruption was thriving. But we also agree that so many good things also happen within that, because if you watch the electioneering processes and you watch the development of democracy, you see that honestly, if we want to be fair, progress was made. In the area of corruption, we all agree that the country was really degenerating during PDP era.
Okay.
Yes, we agree. That is why...
That was our problem, sir. That was our problem.
That
was our problem.
The question is APC getting it right? That is the point.
That is the question I put to man of God. Hold on, sir. Consider where we are coming from.
Yes.
In the area of corruption. I keep saying corruption. Do you know why I keep saying corruption? When a man will go and steal 50 billion, the money you don't need. As if we are cursed in this part of the world. If you are giving 50 billion today, you will use it for anything until you die. And somebody will go and steal 1.2 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion. What are you doing with this money? The money you don't need.
Let me ask.
That was a question.
Do you think the stealing has stopped?
This is the problem. We don't have to be... I don't want to use the word hypocritical on things happening in Nigeria now. Because if we say the stealing has stopped, it's not even the stealing. Is right at the nose of the president. Why am I saying this? A minister, a serving minister, came out to accuse a subordinate of a contract, not even a contract, more than how many billions of dollars in NNPC. Nothing has been said about it. Was swept under the carpet.
And the president is presiding over that.
And the president said he is the supervising minister of Ministry of Petroleum. Nothing has been said. We are in this country. An allegation was raised against the chief of army staff owning houses and properties in Dubai. Not how much is the salary of the chief of army staff? Put together right from the very beginning, he entered into the military. That is apart. Then issue of corruption against the former governor of River State, who was said to have stolen billions of naira, and that money was used to sponsor the current government. That of Lagos State, that of Ekiti are there. Now, the current one is even the former governor of Abia State, whose case has been on. Immediately he joined APC, that case was swept under the carpet, gone. Okay. You have the money found in Lagos.
Hold on, there's a caller. Which state is this? Okay, from River State. Mr. Faith.
Hello, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please, I have a question for the man at the center there.
For who?
For the man, right, the senator at the middle.
Okay, the Honorable Vice Chairman of AMAC.
Okay. My question is this. The money that the president recovered from the looters, what have they used it for? That is one.
Okay, that is one.
Secondly, the people that have been killing from the time President Buhari resumed office till now, does it mean that he doesn't have answer to the security problem in the country?
Okay.
I don't understand when some people come, when you come on air like this and need to defend APC, when you know that at times, I don't know. You rightly said that you're a child of God, and you're seeing people suffering in hunger. You stopped importing rice from other countries. Fuel price was increased.
Now, I think Mr. Faith, for want of time, we need to stop you there. He has raised two questions that borders on some of the cardinal points that brought APC to power. Number one,
Fighting corruption.
Yes, corruption. Say the money that is being recovered, what is APC government using it for? And the second one is a lot of killings going on in the country. Is that justification for your progress, the party's progress in the area of security?
No, in the area of security, let me say, I continue to sympathize with those who have lost their life in this wanton killing. But let me say it very clear here. Terrorism is a big challenge everywhere in the world. But like I say, as a Christian, and I said at the beginning of this program, we will continue to pray to God to make a way when there is no way in this issue of security.
Are you happy with the way APC have handled security thus far? Are you happy as an individual?
When you say handle, what do you mean? Let me understand.
Now,
yeah,
the issue of herdsmen killing is a new dimension to terrorism in Nigeria. And up to today, the APC government have not been able to declare these killer herdsmen as terrorists with the number of people they have killed in this country. Now, before this government came on board, a herdsman was not our problem. It was Boko Haram. Boko Haram is doing their own, but I can tell you from the calling in, from the monitoring we are doing, this herdsman killing is becoming one of the deadliest in our history. And the way they have been handled, are you happy with it?
I'm not a security man, but I will tell you clearly, these killings, they are terrorists. I'm not a security man, but I can tell you, the herdsmen we know, like you said at the issue, is the ones that carry sticks, do their rearing of their cow, yes, do their normal business. The ones that are killing people are terrorists.
Why has the government not declared them as terrorists when they can declare IPOB and other things like that as terrorists?
Like I said, I'm not a security man. And I'm not
no, you are a part of the government.
I'm not here to speak for the security agencies.
No, we are not speaking for the security.
And the truth about it, I know that a lot of things is being done. And it's not everything you say on air on issue of security. But I can tell you that no government will go home and sleep where the citizens are being killed on daily basis. No government, no responsible government will do that. Not government of Mohamed Buhari. But let me also make something very clear.
Before you make that point, can you say that the herdsmen and the Boko Haram are overpowering this government?
No, I wouldn't.
Because honestly, when APC came on board, yeah, they were able to fight Boko Haram to a point where they said they have been technically defeated or decimated and all that. But before long, we saw they came on, the bombs are coming on gradually, spontaneously, here and there. Then this issue of herdsmen killing went haywire. Now, can you say we are really making progress?
In the area of Boko Haram?
Yes.
If you ask me, yes, we have made a tremendous progress. Before now in Abuja, before you enter these premises, you will thoroughly search. But today is a different ballgame. Like I said, no government will get it 100% anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. But what is important and what our dear president is doing is to build institutions. In America, if you bring a madman to be president of America, he will govern well. Why? The institutions are there to checkmate you. And that's what the president is doing. You can see last week, the headquarters of EFCC was commissioned. It has come to stay. The institution has come to stay. And that is what we need in this part of the world. Man of God here was counting General Chief of Army Staff, Ozo Jikalo. It doesn't matter. What matters is that the institution is there. If soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain.
When you say when you say building institution, let me take you up a little on that.
Yes, please.
You are building up institution. Democratic institution should be the one that will first of all take its own ground. The executive have a role to play. The legislator have a role to play. The judiciary have a role to play. The EFCC you refer to, the man there was not cleared. And against the wishes of the legislators, the man remains there.
What was the reason for
the allegation of corruption
against him?
Yes, the paper were read to every person.
Proving?
No, it was not proven. But when allegation
allegedly,
they are supposed to prove it. APC government supposed to ask him to go and clear himself.
No.
Before illegitimate.
The point I'm trying to make, for the fact we are doing things that are wrong in the last 100 years or thereabout, doesn't make what is wrong right.
No,
is that correct?
I agree with you.
The point I'm trying to make, let us build institution so that if you go against the law tomorrow, whether we're in power or not, this institution will catch up with you.
But people are saying this government
will not do everything at the same time.
Yes, the point now on institution.
Yes.
People are saying from what we are seeing, this present government is destroying a major institution which is supposed to be the watchdog, which is the legislative arm, because they have oversight over whatever excesses that is going on in the executive. Because in the executive, they are the people implementing the law. And these nationals have oversight. But people are saying there's constant attack and the institution is being... Well, let's leave institution first.
I don't discuss what people are saying.
Well, let me say this. Because you cannot build institutions on wrong moral values. You can never succeed. Like what he said, that as America is, if you bring a madman to come and be the president of America,
this institution will check him.
It will. Why will the institution check him? It's because of the credible people occupying these institutions.
Yes.
But when you put dishonorable people in an institution,
charge of institutions,
and you think the institution will perform wonder, it can only breed corruption. Now you have the DSS, is an arm of government. Is a parastatal under the executive. We come out and make certain statement against somebody who will occupy a very sensitive institution like the EFCC. And you just wish it away. And you allow that man to... Then what is corruption then? The worst corruption is nepotism. The worst corruption in any country, go and check in history, is nepotism. Because what you have in Nigeria today is the worst corruption that has ever been in the history of Nigeria.
Nepotism?
Yes. Because this is the only government. This is the only government where you have majority, if not 90%, of those occupying our security apparatus from just a particular region and a particular area. Is that not? Where is federal character? And what is the justification?
Okay,
because
hold on,
because the country will do well if they are there. Now, the life and unity of Nigeria is at stake.
Now, hold on there, because time is not on our side. The person that called earlier is still agitating at the background on phone, saying that the Honorable have not answered his question fully. Where is the money recovered that has been recovered for the past 3 years? Where is the money? What are they using it for? What can APC show to Nigeria they have used it for? Money, the money.
I don't understand. Is it what the government is doing?
It said the money that have been recovered, the looted money during PDP era that APC have been recovering. Where is the money and what are they using it
government
for?
Money is with the government government money is with government.
Okay. Yeah. You are sure it's intact?
Very well.
Okay. And after 2019 election, the money will still be intact?
Like I tell you, me and you, we are Christians.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I'm a knight in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
I'm very conscious of what I do or what I say.
Just sorry. Let's take our last caller. Akinrele from Akure.
Yes. I want to take the man at the center up, please. Hello?
Just go on. Don't take him off. Just go on.
Okay, now the man at the center kept on saying they are building institution. Who started this EFCC institution? Is it this regime?
Okay.
The answer is no. He's talking about an edifice being commissioned 2 weeks ago. Who started the building of the edifice? Is it the APC government? There's a proverb, I'm speaking from Ondo State. If you want to, you said, you want to correct somebody, and your own children, they are dirty, they are corrupt, and you kept on saying you want to, it doesn't matter. The man kept on saying it doesn't matter. You start from yourself first, and then people will now follow. Your election was funded, with corruption, corrupt money, and you want to fight corruption. It's impossible. Secondly, there are too many issues. The minor issue. A government-led minor issue. The President, Attorney General of the Federation, went to Dubai and had a meeting with him. And the man there is only looking for his job. I'm not blaming you, but please, you owe God that thing. You can collect your money for 4 years and live. But the truth of the matter is that whatever we do.
What can you say about 2018 budget? Almost your last word. I want you to wrap it up. What do you think people can achieve with 9.1 trillion?
A lot of things we are going to achieve. Like
on election year, because the history of this country shows that election year, governance is almost virtually abandoned.
No, that is not correct. That is not correct. The old man is working, doing his work. You see, Buhari has contested election 4 times. And I have known him very well, not to be a desperate man. He's a man who believes that power comes from God. So the issue of governance relegated to corner cannot arise in this matter. It cannot arise. Those who keep asking, what are this government doing, what are this government doing? I think they are talking from a sentiment point of view. I come from Anambra State. Second Niger Bridge, the project started during Obasanjo regime. He came and do a brakatab and told us he did a groundbreaking. No 1 kobo was given. Same thing happened to our brother Jonathan. No 1 kobo was given. Go to Second Niger Bridge today. You will see what is happening. Go to Enugu Onitsha Road. Enugu Onitsha Road. You will see what is going on. Go to Port Harcourt on Enugu Road. You see what is happening. This government is not government that make a lot of noise. And like I said, when this old man will leave government, people will know that this man has come to work for his country.
What's your last word?
Well,
2018 budget. Any hope?
We don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Why am I saying this?
Are you a prophet?
I'm a prophet. Watch out.
You're a prophet.
I'm a prophet.
And you're prophesying that
and I'm prophesying that there will be no light at the end of the tunnel.
No.
Don't
be prophet of doom.
I am not a prophet of doom. I'm a prophet of facts.
Based on what?
Based on what is on ground. Let me tell you this. It's very, very clear, evidently clear. Like what that caller asks. The money recovered from the loot. What has been done with the money? Apart from the money recovered from the loot. This is a government that came in and immediately increased the price of fuel and promised that in the next 6 months, all our refineries will be working. Today, where are the refineries? This is the government within how many years? 1.something trillion has been spent on subsidy, and they promise that there will be no subsidy. Today, if you go to the bank to make a withdrawal, they collect 60 naira from you and multiply that money. For how many years? You know the amount of trillions. Then look at tax. Look at import duty. Look at TSA. My brother.
What do you say to Nigerians?
My brother. This government, seriously, they have nothing. And I put it straightforward. They have nothing to offer Nigeria. Come 2019, end of 2019, it will be clear to us. Because the money they are budgeting now, the minister just said that 1.468 trillion has been released as capital. This is for 2017. Where are the capital projects?
Okay, now...
So nothing. What we just see now is money for 2019 election.
Okay. Now, I think Nigerians are watching, and we will come again, and I would love to bring the Honorable back.
I wish to come back again.
Well, this is a hot seat.
It's not a problem.
I will need to bring you back here, and I want to thank you honestly
for
accepting to come, and I want to thank you, Canon Agbejumeye, for your thoughts. It's for Nigeria to look at the facts and make good use of them, especially when 2019 general election time comes. So once again, thank you for coming.
Thank you, man of God.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for coming.
Very much.
Viewers, we want to thank you for staying with us in this program. We appreciate those of you who have called in. We expect that when we run the next episode, more people will call in so that we educate ourselves. So if you have adverts, please feel free to bring it to us. If you want to sponsor this program and to keep it on air, feel very free to do so. I think you'll be doing our nation a good service. Once again, this is ACNN, Anglican Cable Network, Nigeria. Thank you for being with us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and viewers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Anglican Cable Network, Nigeria.